Hi guys, so this question is evolutionary explanation of infidelity and jealousy. So I'd first start off by talking about evolutionary theory, and it argues that aggression is in humans is an evolved natural instinct which promotes survival and reproductive opportunities. Aggression appears to be an adaptive behavior, as in the caveman days, aggressive men had more access to food and partner selection, because they were seen as more attractive. Throughout the species, males' aggressive tendencies can be seen to aid sexual selection, as males often have to compete with other men, which is known as intrasexual selection, for access to the females. As males can never be sure of paternity, aggressive behaviour is deemed biologically crucial for enhancing his reproductive survival. For women, however, aggressive males appear more attractive, as it enhances survival by protecting them and their offspring. When humans feel our reproductive success is threatened, evolutionary theorists argue that jealousy and infidelity is an evolutionary cause of human aggression. In other words, they are evolved behaviours to protect ourselves and our offspring. I would then start my AO2, my evaluation, and start talking about Loy's research, who found that for women who are guaranteed of maternity, protection of their offspring is crucial. Loy's research implies that for women, jealousy is triggered by the presence of a younger, more attractive female, seen in this picture. This is huge support for the evolution theory, as a younger female in evolution terms is more attractive because this woman, she's more fertile than this one, as this one's a little bit older. Therefore, other females may respond with jealousy towards younger women, as they fear such individuals are rivals competing for their mate and the provider of their offspring. Younger women appear to question another woman's survival and reproductive success, so it seems that jealousy towards them seems to be evolved and an adaptive behaviour. However, the theory can be criticised for being deterministic. The theory assumes women will react with jealousy and forces women to constantly be fearful in a relationship, as this picture suggests. The theory ignores important factors such as trust in a relationship and how this may endure over jealousy, weakening the theory. And definitely the theory seems quite archaic and quite prehistoric. The theory also removes free will, and in circumstances of infidelity, it assumes females have no choice but to show jealousy towards a younger, attractive female, justifying acts of aggression towards potentially innocent women. Buzz found that females are much more concerned when their partner falls in love with another woman. Emotional infidelity. This can be explained by the evolutionary theory, as the woman fears losing her valuable resources which she needs for her offspring and herself, and therefore both her and her offspring chances reduces, supporting the evolution theory. For men, however, Buzz found it is sexual infidelity which they fear rather than a shift in emotional focus. Again, it supports it because without the woman, he cannot reproduce, and he may not find another woman. Therefore, it puts him in a vulnerable position, as potentially his reproductive success is threatened. And also, infidelity suggests that the current potential children may not even be his, as again he is not sure of maternity, and he is likely to respond with jealousy and aggression in a bid to protect his reproductive survival, again supporting the theory. They go to talk about goats. This is how I remember it. Goats, not GOATS but GOETZ, found men's violence against intimate partners was often associated with frequent suspicions of partner infidelity, supporting the theory. Whereas Daly and Wilson found that men who had just been left by their partner for another male were more likely to commit murder of their partner. This is huge support, that aggression is provoked by the jealousy of losing their partner to another man, and therefore murdering is seen as jealousy and aggression actually. So yeah, I would then go on to talk about laboratory lab experiments. However, scientific evidence from brain scans shows that acts of aggression such as jealousy due to infidelity causes biological reactions with the brain. When male participants in a lab were asked to picture their partner being unfaithful, brain scans showed an overstimulation in the amygdala, and as we know that the amygdala is associated with aggression, so perhaps exposes how we are biologically programmed to react aggressively. This is direct support for the theory because the evolutionary theory says it's present within all of us. I'll then go on talking about, is it universal or not? Infidelity and jealousy is seen universally, as in the East, countries like Afghanistan, who are under the influence of Taliban regimes, stone women who commit the crime of adultery, and adultery is sleeping with another, basically infidelity, whereas in the West, the UK, 70% of all murders are sexual jealousy causes, but it's not law. The fact that people are taking matters into their own hands suggests we are all driven to some extent to react with with aggression because of infidelity. However, it is clear that culture also affects the extent of infidelity and jealousy, as it is not punished in the UK and perhaps it's not seen as severe here, but in Afghanistan women are stoned. So perhaps there's, because of these cross-cultural differences, it suggests that it may be influenced by other factors, actually weakening the theory, as it is not the same all around the world. Thank you for watching. Good luck with your exams.